boys and girls. I'm going to go ahead and read you a book about frogs. Pay close attention, learn some interesting facts. Frogs by Kevin J. Holmes. Fast facts. There are more than 4,100 kinds of frogs. Frogs live everywhere in the world except Antarctica. Most frogs live near ponds, lakes, and rivers. Some live in trees, in rainforests. Some live under the ground in desert. Frogs eat insects, worms, small fish, slugs, and other small animals. Most frogs mate in the spring. Some frogs can mate at any time. Most frogs are tadpoles before they are adult frogs. Tadpoles hatch from eggs. They change into adult frogs. Frogs. Frogs are amphibians. An amphibian is a cold-blooded animal with a backbone. Cold-blooded means having body heat that changes with the outside weather. The animal's body heats up in warm weather. Its body cools off in cold weather. Frogs move between warm and cold places. This keeps them from becoming too warm or too cold. Most young amphibians live in water. Most adults live on land, but adult amphibians often live near the water. There are more than 4,100 kinds of frogs in the world. They live everywhere except Antarctica. About 100 kinds of frogs live in North America. Most frogs live a few years. Flat-headed frogs live in the deserts of Australia. These frogs live as long as 10 years. Appearance. Frogs are many colors. Frogs can be green, brown, red, yellow, blue, or black. Many frogs are more than one color. Some frogs have clear skin. They are called glass frogs. Frogs are many sizes. Some frogs are as small as 1/2 inch long or 1.3 centimeters long. The largest frogs are Goliath frogs. They can be more than 2 feet long or 61 centimeters. Frogs have different body features. They can have large or small eyes. Some have eyes on top of their heads. Some have eyes on the sides of their heads. Frogs can have wide or narrow mouths. Their skin is usually wet. All frogs have 4 legs. Their back legs are longer than their front legs. Their back legs are strong. They help frogs swim and hop. Some frogs can hop 20 times their body length. Some frogs have webbed feet. Their toes are connected by skin. Webbed feet helps frogs swim. Most frogs must live near water to keep their skin wet. Sometimes frogs use their skin to breathe. To do this, their skin must be wet. Their skin takes in oxygen from the water. Their skin also takes in water. Frogs do not need to drink water through their mouths. Many frogs live near ponds or marshes. A marsh is an area of low, wet land. Some frogs live near lakes or rivers. Tree frogs live in trees. They live in rainforests in South America and Asia. Some frogs live underground in deserts. They live in North America, South America, and Africa. Some frogs estivate during dry or hot periods. Estivate means to spend time in a deep sleep. Frogs dig holes and cover themselves. They estivate until rain falls or the air cools. Other frogs hibernate. Hibernate means to spend the winter in a deep sleep. These frogs also dig holes. They wake up in spring. Life stages. Most frogs go through 3 life stages. They begin as eggs. The eggs have soft, clear shells. A jelly covers them. It keeps the eggs warm. Tadpoles hatch from eggs. They have tails and large heads. Tadpoles eat most of the time. They breathe through gills on their skin. A gill is an organ on a tadpole's side that helps it breathe. The gills take in oxygen from the water. Tadpoles usually change slowly. First they grow legs, then tadpoles grow lungs. Their gills become smaller and disappear. Finally, tadpoles lose their tails. Tadpoles are then adult frogs. Some kinds of frogs become adults in a few months. Other kinds take up to 2 years to become adults. Some frogs do not go through these life stages. They are never tadpoles. They are young adult frogs, and when they hatch from eggs. Food. Frogs eat different foods during each life stage. Tadpoles eat small water plants and animals. Adult frogs are predators. A predator is an animal that hunts other animals for food. Adult frogs eat bugs, worms, and slugs. They also eat small fish and mice. Frogs catch prey with their long, sticky tongues. Prey is an animal hunted by another animal for food. Frogs' tongues connect near the front of their mouths. This helps them flip their tongues out quickly to catch prey. Most frogs swallow prey without chewing. They stuff large prey into their mouths with their front feet. Frogs also use their eyes for swallowing. Their eyes sit above their throats. They pull their eyes inside their heads. Their eyes are so large that they push prey down frogs' throats. Enemies. Frogs have different enemies during each life stage. Fish, turtles, water insects, and birds eat frogs' eggs. Salamanders, snakes, and fish eat tadpoles. Many tadpoles stay safe by hiding. Camouflage also keeps tadpoles safe. Camouflage is coloring that makes an animal look like its surroundings. Predators often cannot see the tadpoles. Birds, turtles, and snakes eat frogs. Otters, skunks, and fish also eat frogs. Frogs can usually stay safe. They can hear and see predators. They can jump away quickly. Camouflage keeps many frogs safe. Some frogs can change their colors to match their surrounding. Brightly colored frogs, like poison dart frogs, are often poisonous. Their bright colors warn predators not to eat them. Animals that eat these frogs might become sick or die. Okay, so those were some fun facts about frogs. I hope you listened to them and kept them in your mind and write about them in your All About Me, All About Frogs